thing. Just thinking about it. You know how live streams are. They gotta think about it, meditate on it a little bit. Oh, Joby! Have you guys ever seen that video with the dog on the beach with the tennis ball? No, never mind. Doesn't matter.
No.
What's this?
We'll talk about it. It's a good little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Welcome to the Once Real Variety Hour.
Like...
We're the only podcast where you get variety for an hour. Please don't look that up. Doesn't matter if you did.
Don't look it up.
Doesn't matter if you do. It doesn't matter. What would it change?
Don't look it up.
What would it change, really?
Nothing.
I'll put a gun to your head if you look it up.
I'm Vern.
No.
And I'm Nate.
And I'm Scott.
And they didn't say it at the same time this week, fusing into one being known as Skate. It's Skate or not. It's your call. You guys are the two fusing together. I don't know. It's like a centaur, right?
Not.
Who gets the bottom half and who gets the upper half?
Hey guys.
What do you got?
What's up,
Scott?
So me and Julie went out house hunting today.
Did you kill any?
What's that? I didn't hear you. What did you say again?
Did you kill any?
Kill any? Yeah, I killed a couple houses.
Just like those poor birds.
Everything that I do involves some sort of hunting. That's the verb I use for everything. Yes, I want to go wife hunting. I'm gonna go. I'm going to go.
First one.
I'm gonna go car hunting. I'm gonna go shoot me some cars. I'm gonna take it back and then I'm gonna gut it.
Oh, so you work at a chop shop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This thing is so freaking hot. It's like when we do a performance, like the spotlights.
That's
burning my face.
Here, I'll dim your camera view so you won't look so bright. No, I'm just kidding. I can do that.
Thanks. That'll help everything.
Yes.
Right?
But yeah, that was cool. It was the houses.
Cool, man. Did you find anything you liked?
What's up?
Did you find anything you liked?
Not really. Honestly, the first house we went to was built in the 1890s. It was an old house. Yeah, like
so it had ghosts and shit.
It was one of those types of houses where like the ceiling is almost to your head type of thing, and everything just kind of very unleveled, and people closets weren't really a thing then.
Yeah.
What's that?
So people were much shorter back then.
I was telling my wife this. People just back then, they didn't have the tools. They did not have the tools to make a proper house.
Yeah, no, they were just throwing shit together and hoping for the best.
Yeah,
he has a place that's like that too. He has a 100-year-old house, and that place is just like that. It was built in 1910 or 1901, I think. Is when it was built. And yeah, that thing is crazy. Because like you go down to the basement, and it's like somebody went down there with a pickaxe and chiseled it out themselves. Like it's the
that's how it was at the two houses we went to. It's like there's no carpet, there's no asphalt, no nothing. It's just like rock. It looks like basically
somebody was down there with a pickaxe.
Right, exactly. It's like fucking doing some mining or some shit. And the house was. I mean, it wasn't a terrible looking house. It's just it was very like everything was very compact where it just wasn't. This house is a townhouse, but it's actually quite spacious in comparison to this one. But and then the second one we went to was a lot more spacious, but it just had all kinds of issues. Like there was some cardboard boxes like blocking one of the windows. Like that was how it was keeping things out, and like there was no ventilation on the second level to where the only heat or air condition you get is exactly.
I would die.
Yeah. It was a 1920s. That's when that was built in Brunswick.
Oh, bro, you might have been able to buy it and find some like weird prohibition liquor in the fucking basement though.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm willing to put that much money into just the hope that there's some prohibition.
Some prohibition hooch down there.
Yeah. Find some fucking moonshine from the freaking early 1800s or some shit.
It'd be delicious though. You never know. wasn't just moonshine.
Yeah, it'd be totally worth it.
Right?
And just drink it in a matter of minutes.
A matter of minutes. He finds it and,
And die.
Like, man, this is gonna be great.
Dead.
Well,
it has
money well
botulism.
spent. Now I'm dead.
Well, they don't have anything to worry about.
Yeah, right.
Scott
No
catches
problem.
botulism from it. He gets scotchulism.
Scotchulism.
You got it from drinking scotch.
Scotchulism.
Scotch.
Look at that. Look what you did.
You look at that.
You didn't have to do that, but you did.
Speaking of,
You
what's
did that for
drinking
us.
there, Nathan? Looks like some sort of wine, I presume, because it's in a wine glass.
It is. It's actually
Some white wine.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good one. I got it from this place local, the Antietam Vineyards.
Okay.
Not
Cool.
that I am necessarily sponsored by Antietam Vineyards, but I'm just saying I could be because it's pretty good.
Yes.
Yes, indeed, indubitably.
Quite.
Yes, I do say. This is wine.
Quite.
Wine
Indeed.
has a nice, rich flavor.
Indeed, indubitably.
Too
Bravo.
heavy and bodied.
Splendid. Splendid, I tell you. Yes, indeed. Hmm.
What's the? How do you do the thing? How do you do the thing with the? Oh, here it is.
Oh, yeah.
Quite, indeed.
Yes.
Indubitably, yes.
Indubitably.
You guys,
Rather.
I did say, I do like me a
For
nice
the
glass
listeners
of
on the
wine.
podcast, we're all making fake monocles with our hands because we're children.
We're
I think
adults.
we need to get some monocles.
We grew up to do this. I'm just saying.
This is what we were meant to do. This is when we were like 6, and they were like, "Yeah, but like, what do you really want to do with your life?" And we were all like, "I want to be a paleontologist," or "I want to play music." Like,
Yep.
and they were like, "Yeah, you need a real job though. So like, what factory are you looking to work at, kid?"
Yep.
Nope, not doing
I
that.
want to imitate British people and wear monocles.
That I've made with my hands.
Yes, indeed, indubitably.
You have to do it this way, so you turn your nose up at the other people.
Well, that's the only way you got to do it.
Yeah.
Yes, I shun all of you.
Ellie the dog, everybody.
Yeah.
Ellie the dog.
Ellie the dog.
Jump
Hello,
over
Ellie
and
the
say
dog.
hi. She's
Hello, LA.
She's fucking so hairy right now. She's blowing her coat.
Oh man.
This is kind of creepy, the angle that I'm sitting at right now. Like,
You look like
It
you're
is.
gonna interrogate us. All right.
so,
Scott, say.
where were you
Scott, say.
on July the 4th?
Could you? You're probably wondering why I gathered you here today. Could I get that?
You're probably wondering why I gathered you here today.
Good. Good.
I have some questions for you.
It's perfect.
Yeah. You also have to have.
Where were you on the 5th of November?
I was remembering.
Me
No,
too.
I was remembering the 5th of November.
I remembered
no,
it.
no, you weren't.
I got a card and everything.
That's fun. That's a fun thing to do.
Yeah, you just lean in and just make it an interrogation suddenly.
Exactly.
My house looks generally like a fucking disaster, like it always does. Plus, the merch boxes make it look like I'm moving.
Wait, what?
I said it, the merch boxes make it look like I'm moving. Look,
Oh, I thought you said, yeah, the merch box is here. Yeah, I'm moving. I was like, wait, what?
see, I told you. You see the boxes, and you're like, "What? Where are you going? What are you doing?
Where you going, bro? Where you going?
Where are you going? What are you doing?"
Like, as soon as you mentioned boxes, I have, like, PTSD. Like, oh, Vern, no, you're not going
Is that
anywhere.
because I'm a
You're not going
veteran?
anywhere.
Are you making a
Parker.
veteran in boxes joke? I'm just kidding.
Shoot. Dude, Vern, you've inspired me. After you got your Ford Focus, now I'm hunting for cars as well.
I did not get a Ford Focus. I got a Ford Explorer.
Right.
There is
right,
an
right, right.
enormous difference.
There is quite literally a size difference.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
My bad. It came out. I really was not thinking. That's like the
Let's
first
call it-
thing that I think of.
Let's call it
Ford Focus.
The Ford Fuck Explorer. And we can just. I know, she's yelling at me. She really wants to go out. Can you go lay down? Because you're not doing this right now. Go lay down.
But yes, I've been looking at cars. some very splendid cars. Some involving sedan-like structures.
Oh, Scott,
yes.
sedan.
I was thinking a Ford Fusion or a Honda Civic of 2017 and
I don't know
beyond.
what voice you're doing is, but I'm into it.
Yes. I was just mentioning to Vern that we should do a bit like this, to where it's just like
It's real quiet.
we should.
Go ahead and fix
What do
it.
you think of the crowd today, there, Vern? Are they splendid? Are they splendid? Are they a good crowd? What do you say? What do you say there, Vern? Give me your opinion.
Sorry, I'm mixing some sound right now. Keep talking.
I am saying, as I say words about the thing that I was talking about, there's
what is
words
this?
involved with those things. Yes.
His back does fit the voice very well.
What is this?
Yeah.
What is this voice? I'm still so like what is
Yes,
happening?
indubitably. It's the
I just don't
interrogation voice,
understand.
okay?
That's the interrogation voice.
Oh God.
Yes, indeed.
I would tell you anything you need to know just to stop.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. How much money do I need to pay you to make it go away?
Can you imagine instead of that? Just 30 minutes of somebody like, yes, well, I do know that you were there that night, and so I would like to hear very much from you to tell me.
It'd be a real
what
interrogation.
you're doing while you were there that night.
Scott's eyes kind of make him look like an alien in this light too, because I can't see his eyebrows. Say,
How
take
can
me
you?
to your leader.
Take me to your leader.
Yeah, there it is. That's perfect.
Yep, it is.
So Dustin said his background fits the voice very well. Yeah, we know.
Indeed. He looks like he's in a bunker.
He does.
Don't be bashing on my background.
does.
It's blue. It's
Yeah.
not black.
Let's slightly.
It's just because of the lighting.
Yeah, but it definitely looks like you're working in Area 51, and you're going to go on the Joe Rogan podcast later on and talk about all the things that you saw while you're working for the government in this underground base.
He does.
Well, now you're just giving it all away, Nathan.
He's
My
down in Area
goodness.
52.
Why are you spoiling shit?
Can't help
He's
myself. man.
down there with the monocled snakes.
Yes. Put away the monocle.
Oh, well, very sorry then.
Did you turn the light on because we were talking shit? Is that what it is?
I'm gonna turn this light off, actually.
Oh god.
Like,
It's gonna be
it's
even darker.
cooking me. Oh, no, it's...
Oh,
that's
yeah,
better.
look at that. Scott looks normal.
I think it's better like this.
It is.
Yeah.
Why did I do that before?
For the bit.
I did it just for the effect of intimidation, to make you all feel very...
He was intimidating us.
Yes. I got questions here.
This man brought questions this week.
I brought in some questions. I'm gonna
Scott,
break it
before
down on
you throw a question at me, I have a question for you.
Okay.
How was
Oh, I got
how was
it.
your week, buddy? Ah!
Yeah.
Back.
You want to go first?
I
Nick,
got
or
it.
do
I
you want me
slid
to
into
go?
home.
I can go first.
Hit
Go
it,
ahead.
Nick.
My week was pretty good. You know, I spent the weekend doing a bunch of hiking and stuff.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I went to a couple. I was gonna go to Maryland Heights, but there was no parking. I could not park anymore, so I just drove around. I ended up at Antietam.
Isn't like they have barriers there at Maryland Heights?
Yeah, they do. So there's no parking at the foot of the path. But even when I drove into the historic part, there was no parking there either. If you know,
It's a nightmare trying to find parking, dude. We were just there literally last weekend at Harper's Ferry.
yeah.
Man,
Why? What's going
like,
on?
We got lucky. You know where there's on the other end where 340 like on Harper's Ferry side,
Yeah, like after the
as you
bridge and
pull
stuff,
in-
or before the bridge and stuff.
Mhm.
right? Like, and there's the turn that makes you that you take to get into Harper's Ferry, the
Yeah.
town,
Yeah,
and there's like a parking area right next to that.
yeah.
And like, luckily, as we pulled in there was an old couple walking down with their dog, and they were. Luckily, I asked, "Are you guys leaving?" And they rolled out, and like there was like 10 other cars behind us, like waiting for a parking spot. I was like, "We got lucky."
Damn,
You
bro.
got
That's crazy.
Hated.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to steal your thunder, bro.
It's all good. No, so I went there, and then after that, after I couldn't find parking, I just went around kind of all over the place, driving around, hit up a couple of other paths, and then I went home. But like besides that, at work, all of my students are just so done and ready for the end, and everything's winding down. We're just in the last couple of weeks at this point, so like, you know, everyone's just sort of like pretty much done. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
Right now at work.
I remember that experience like at the end of high school where it's just like you really just don't care at some point. It's just like, why are we even here? Like, it's all like extracurricular crap.
Yep. After a certain point, it feels useless.
Indubitably.
Yeah.
Indubitably.
Dustin said, "At least I can have some comedy while I'm stuck here in the basement." What are you doing? What are you in the Stanford prison experiment, Dustin? What do they have you fucking trapped down there? Like, you got prison guards watching over you 24/7? What's up, man? I think you can leave, can't you?
Wait, what?
He said he's stuck in a basement. I don't know what that means.
Stuck in a basement?
Yeah. He's like Dr. Dre in that Eminem song.
Down?
Have you tried calling the police? That's usually what you do in those situations.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could kick the door, you know?
Yeah, I'm not a firefighter, but I could probably, like, help. He said he caught the Rona, so he's isolated. Oh, no!
Oh, no! What a inconvenience. Okay, dude.
What an inconvenience.
That's the worst thing I've ever heard, dude. I'm sorry to hear that. That fucking sucks.
Shut up, Nathan.
Sorry, it was just really funny. Boy, that's very inconvenient.
How are you feeling? You surviving, bud? Or are you, like, is it pretty bad? Do you need to craft an iron lung down there? Like, I bet we could probably figure that out.
Craft an iron lung?
Do you have duct tape?
It's step one.
Duct tape and a washing
really
machine.
That's gonna fight off the Rona, dude. An iron lung.
We figured it out.
We figured it out. No need for a vaccine. We've got iron lungs.
Yes, quite.
Just a fucking line of people in their giant machines. This is the way you're gonna live for the rest of your life. Okay.
In this iron lung. Because your fucking lungs suck, buddy.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, fuck. That's a good one.
So that's how Dustin's week is going, I guess.
Dustin's got Rona.
Oh, well, I hope it gets better for you, bro.
Yeah, dude, I'm sorry to hear that. If it's any consolation, we have some music coming out soon, so you'll probably still be getting over your stuff while that's coming out.
So you can listen to that a couple times.
You got some music to listen to. That's fun, right? I don't know what that's like, man.
At this point, you're just kind of swinging at air, bro.
Yeah. Fucking.
Yeah. I guess my turn.
Yeah. How was your week, Scott?
It was splendid.
Splendid.
Not too bad. It was pretty good. My shoulder is feeling a lot better, man. It's amazing what the mind can do. But anyways, I don't want to go too much off topic. But yeah, it's been good. And like, I've been hunting for cars, and we've been looking at houses, and that's kind of exciting. The idea we've been hunting. I found you, bitch!
Nathan and I both immediately grabbed up fake invisible guns and went hunting for cars when he said hunting for cars.
Oh, if only one of us did a bow and arrow.
I am Legolas. I am hunting for a house.
So you've been hunting for cars, hunting for a house.
So it's been cool. It's exciting to just the idea of having a new car, having a new house, just kind of starting fresh with these things. So maybe at some point I'll get sick of searching, but right now it's exciting.
That's how I constantly feel, actually. So I'm like, I always like start
What's
one
that?
of those like things where I'm like, I'm gonna look for a house, and then I like just get sick of it, and I'm just like, oh, done with that. I'm like, I'm gonna look for a car, and then I just get sick of it, but then I found a car. So I don't know.
Well, there you go.
Every now and again.
supposedly just right now, people are buying houses out the wazoo. Like it's
very expensive.
Ridiculous. Like people are even buying the shittiest of houses and like paying way extra, way more than they should.
They're hard to find right now.
Yeah.
Way low.
Yeah.
Well, there's a huge economic problem too, where like the cost of lumber and materials to build houses is like really, really high. What's up, Scott?
Yeah.
You good?
I just realized I think I left my cat Panda in our bedroom. I'm gonna be right back.
Yeah, do your thing. Do your thing. Yeah, but the cost of building materials is really, really high. So like, basically, when you go to build a house and the cost of building materials is high, then the cost of the house has to be really high. And so even really shitty houses that are only just being fixed up enough to make like ends meet, to make the basic safety inspection, criteria to get a cell through, even that is expensive. So that's why the price is going up so high.
Shit.
Yeah. Yep.
Right, because of lumber and like all kinds of
all
stuff.
The building materials, all of it, and builders like construction workers, they're charging more because they're trying to make up for all the time that they couldn't build because they couldn't be in large groups. Maryland doesn't have. All right, so Maryland has a problem with the building materials going up, like inflating for whatever reason. Although they were able to continue doing construction in Maryland, as far as I can tell. I saw a lot of places that were still being built while that was going on. So.
At the company that I work for, this is just what I've observed. Like, prices for steel have just skyrocketed. And it's just like all kinds of companies are buying out all this steel now because they're afraid of inflation. And they just, they're just stocking up basically right now. Just kind of fear for, at some point it's going to peak and then they're not going to want to buy any more steel. So.
Right. Well, that's interesting because Dustin just commented and saying that people have been stealing anything they can and then reselling it on Facebook Marketplace. I guess because the materials are too expensive.
Too damn expensive. Yeah.
Black market profit off of that shit.
Yeah. Watch your steel, Scott. They're gonna steal your steel. It is steel after all.
They're gonna steal that steel, man.
They're gonna steal it.
Watch out for that steel. We gonna steal it, boy.
You gotta watch out for Steely Dan.
What's that?
You gotta watch out for Steely Dan. He's gonna steal your stuff.
I'm Dirty Dan.
I'm Dirty Dan.
He'll peg you.
I don't know why I said it like Bobby from King of the Hill. I'm Dirty Dan. Dad.
Oh.
That's crazy though, Dustin. Carry a gun. You're in Colorado, right?
Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Can you carry a gun in Colorado? I don't know if you can. It feels like I feel like that's pretty Colorado of them.
Mm-hmm.
Don't they believe in all kinds of shit? Don't guns come in Happy Meals there?
I don't know.
Happy Meals.
While I was there.
That would be awesome. Don't forget your free gun.
No, don't forget your gun. Here, little boy. Here's a revolver for you. Like
this one shoots weed nugs.
It's a Pez dispenser with weed in it.
This one you point it at somebody's head and then it shoots out gum from their head.
Yeah, gum. That's what that is for sure.
Yeah.
It's the darkest thing I've ever heard you say.
What's that?
That was the darkest thing I've ever heard you say.
I actually got that quote from what is it? The second Home Alone. It's like, "Hey kid, you better not do anything stupid, or else you'll be spitting gum out of your forehead."
Jesus.
That's pretty serious, man.
That is intense.
Yeah. Yeah. you guys never remember that? You never seen that movie?
Which Home Alone?
Yeah.
That quote stuck with me, probably because it was just so, like, dark.
Maybe I just blocked that out. I don't fucking know. Jesus Christ. Dustin said he can't carry while he's at work, but he carries off duty. Or he said he could carry off duty. He doesn't. Well, I mean, they're not gonna steal your lumber when you're not driving it around, are they? You're gonna stay there at the lumber yard and watch the lumber for them. Dustin, get your gun.
It's interesting. It seems like there's a shortage in like everything now. Like there was a shortage in gas. There's a shortage in lumber. There's a shortage in steel.
Panic buying.
It's like, what's that?
Panic buying.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. People are panic buying right now for some reason. There's no shortage. I don't think there really is a shortage. It's just like there was no shortage with the gas, but people were just, you know, buying gas and then filling up their tanks or filling up their little jugs and stuff, and so that inflated gas.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
I saw a Jeep that ignited into a giant ball of flames because they had 2 bins of gasoline in the back of it, and then they got in their car and they lit up a cigarette.
They got in their car and what?
And lit up a cigarette.
Oh God, yeah. I thought it was.
Wow, how stupid.
Like a Hummer. I thought that's what it was.
Yeah, it was like a Hummer. Yeah, it looked like a Jeep, but yeah, it's probably a Hummer.
Like,
how stupid can you get?
It's pretty dumb. It's pretty dumb.
I told you guys about the thing that happened on 70, right? Where the guy, he was driving a fuel truck, and I guess he was texting or something, and he lost control. And he drove into the median, and the truck ignited, and he burned inside of it. Oh, I told you this story.
That sounds horrible.
Holy shit! No.
Yeah, like they had 70 completely closed off.
Shit.
Jesus.
Like it happened on 70, and like that main highway was completely closed off because there was fire everywhere.
Yeah, that's messed up. Damn, that's scary.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy didn't survive, unfortunately.
Oh wow.
No.
Wow.
I don't think he would.
I think I heard something on the radio about it being closed. You know, it's scary.
Yeah. Indeed.
Scott, was that one of your questions? Have you
What's
heard
that?
about this? Was that one of your questions?
No.
I haven't even told you about my week yet. Damn it.
No, that wasn't one of my questions.
It doesn't matter. Fuck my week. No,
we have better quality questions than that.
Now I don't want to talk about it.
Exactly.
Talk to me. Just talk to me, Vernon.
Tell me what you want. What do you want?
What do you
it's
want?
never that easy.
What do you want from me? So I fucking work got crazy this past week. It was actually kind of like nice that we didn't have to do rehearsal this week because I needed like some time to relax. I hung out with a friend of mine.
You're welcome. I'm glad I was born on May 18th.
Yeah, it was solid, dude. Thank you so much for being born that day. Could you thank your parents for me too? That would be really cool.
Sure.
Thanks,
sure.
dude. Yeah,
I'm gonna text them right now.
Hey, shout out to Scott's mom and dad for having Scott on May 18th, so that in 2021 on May 18th it could be a Tuesday and we could cancel rehearsal for it because I really didn't feel like fucking doing it that night. That was super cool of them to do that.
I was pretty stoked about not having to go anywhere on Tuesday.
Yeah, I was stoked about it. So yeah, I went and grabbed dinner and came home with my friend here, and we ate and hung out at the house and watched TV, and that was basically my night, man. It was solid. I just didn't do fucking anything.
Isn't that great?
But my whole week at work has just been like one thing after another thing after, like every 3 seconds I turn around and look at my email and it's like, this person's fucking email's broken. This fucking person's hard drive just failed. This fucking person just got a new system. You gotta go set it up. This person wants to put a system on the network. I'm just like, fucking Christ. It's another thing after another thing after another all the time. Yeah.
And they always use the word fucking before every email too.
That's actually, that's custom. That's a custom script that we have in place. When you go in, you add your thing and it changes it so it says fucking before each one. You don't have to worry about it even if you don't say that. It'll update the lingo for you.
It's automatic,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Yeah, it's called the VRN script. Yeah. Yeah. It's me.
Yeah.
It's Vern script, if you will.
Yeah.
We got it. We got it, bro. We got it. Very good. Very good. Very good. Indubitably. Very good. Very good. Very good, sir.
Wonderful. Wunderbar.
No Wunderbar. Yeah, so yeah, basically busy with my week. That's about it.
Yeah, man.
I've uploaded most of our podcasts. This is a perfect segue for that. Most of our podcasts are on YouTube now.
I have got up at around like 5:30 or something, and then it was around 6 o'clock. I looked at my YouTube and it had a notification. It was like 4 hours ago, Vern uploaded this video. I'm like, Vern, get some sleep, bro.
I remember the other day, it might have been yesterday morning, I just happened to wake up at like 4:30 and then go back to bed, and I rolled over and I just opened up Facebook Messenger for some reason, and Vernon was online, and I was like, Vernon, why are you awake?
I don't sleep much, guys.
Then I woke up at like 6 or 6:15, you know, when I would wake up for work or something, and he was online again, and I'm like, Vernon,
I do not sleep much because I get up at like 7:30, like every single day.
Man.
Something Warren Buffett. Something.
How do you function, dude? I can't even function off of 8 hours of sleep. How?
I don't know. Actually, I don't know how I do it. These past couple nights have been good. I've gotten a little bit more sleep, more than usual maybe, but like still like 5 hours, 4 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys can't do that though. You couldn't do like 5 hours, 4 hours of sleep, something like that.
No.
I can do it. Usually like one day of that, and I'm pretty much okay with that. If I have to do it a couple of days in a row or a few days in a row, it wears down with me.
Gotcha.
But like before COVID, I was actually doing that pretty regularly as well.
Gotcha.
And you don't really know how you do it when you're doing it, but somehow you manage to pull it off, and your body's damaged from it, but you did it.
I just, I just do it all the time. I don't think I've had regular sleep in like 10 years or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That reminds me of when I worked for Feral Gas. Like, I was like, I don't know how the hell I worked the hours that I worked and the little amount of sleep and the little amount of rest I had.
That shit was crazy.
I was able to do it, but I did it.
Yeah.
I was not happy, but I did it.
But you were doing it. That was 12-hour days, but it was like every 2 days you worked, right?
I worked more than 12 hours, dude. There was one
That's
time
true,
I worked
yeah.
18, 19 hours.
Yeah.
Like, fuck this job.
I remember you telling me the one day you were like, I'm on call, and on like a double shift. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was, brings back a lot of unpleasant trees.
But you're out of there. You escaped there.
I escaped it.
You escapade.
Escape!
Yeah.
Escape the Fate. Is that what?
That's a band. That's a band. Yeah.
Sounds
Yeah. They're pretty cool. They're a pretty good band. You ever listen to them?
Escape the Fate.
I feel like I have.
They're pretty good. They're pretty good. I like them. Scott, what questions did you have this week? You said you had questions?
Okay. First question. We're going to start off strong.
Oh, boy.
Who was the first person you got in a fight with? Explain the experience.
What kind of fight are we talking about? Like a fist fight?
A fist fight.
Yeah, not like a verbal or yeah. More physical fight.
Come here, Nate.
To be honest, I have never been in a fist fight.
Yes, so that's what I'm saying. Nate,
What?
come on. Let's.
Not even like a physical fight, like
Come on.
like when you're younger or anything, like tackling or anything like that.
Not really, no. Like I think I got into a
Good for you.
in 3rd grade, and then the teacher stopped it, but that's as far as it ever went. I've never actually like made contact with my fist and a face, or someone else's fist and my face. It's just never happened.
I don't know that I've ever actually done that either, but I've definitely gotten in fights where we tackle and stuff and like
Just wrestle.
where where you're doing that stupid stuff. When you're younger, you don't know what the hell you're doing, so you just kind of like tackle each other and just kind of roll around until somebody quits.
You growl at each other like dogs.
Rah, rah, rah. You go "Baka!" like a fucking chicken, and then an elephant is like. Rah! There's all kinds of animals
and then
there,
the teacher comes over. All right, you stupid dogs, break it up.
Yeah.
and you're like. No, but so my first fight was in. So like really, my first fights were probably against my cousins, and it was like while I was much younger. But my first like a fight, the first time that somebody was like, "I'm gonna beat you up," or that actually I think I challenged this person. This is the first time in my life that I got into a fight, and it was the first time that I was like, "Hey, motherfucker, no." Like, I'm gonna beat you up for that. Basically, I had this friend, Luis Rivera, that lived down the road. Shout out Luis Rivera. He's out there still. think he likes our page actually. Super cool.
Mm-hmm.
We grew up in Elkton, Maryland, which is kind of a rough place to grow up. We grew up in Hogsworth Manor, which is a really, really rough place to grow up. And so on the road that we grew up on, Luis's whole family was like over the border immigrants from Mexican. Like they had just entered the country within like the past 10 years. I don't know their story. Don't know if it was legal or not. It doesn't matter to me, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't because there's like a lot of times where cops would come around and they would like shelter the kids and shit. So like I'm pretty sure that they were dealing with that. And so like there was like these white kids that were in the neighborhood. They were like racist as fuck. And I remember this kid Jesse. I don't remember his last name. Jesse. Give a fuck less. I'm really honest with you. That kid's a fucking tool. But this kid Jesse, little blonde-haired, fucking kid with glasses, these big rim glasses. He started picking on Luis, like calling him a dirty Mexican and all these like racist terms and shit. I remember getting really upset about it. But Jesse was a 4th grader, and I was a 3rd grader, and I was like, man, that guy's a fucking asshole. And Luis was also a 4th grader with Jesse, but he was like getting picked on because he was much smaller than the kid. And Luis could probably fight if he wanted to, but he just, I don't know what happened. There was, at some point, Jesse, I guess, walked on the bus and just punched Luis in the nose and like made his nose bleed. And I didn't know that this happened. I was up at the front of the bus talking to somebody else, right? And so I was like, let me deal with this situation because I hear some commotion going on back there. And I like stood up and I looked back. And somebody's like, sit down. And I was like, no. I was like, what's going on? And they were like, Luis got hit. And I was like, what? Where? He was like, in the nose. I was like, what does he look like? And like Luis looked at me and there's blood. And I was like, oh no. I was like, who did that? And it was like Jesse. And I was like, boy, I'm gonna get you when we get off the bus. And that was the fucking first time in my life I have ever been like, I'm gonna fuck somebody up for this shit. It's gonna have to go down now, dog. And fucking, I just remember him being like, okay. And we got off the bus, right? And they did like the traditional circle of kids as we got off. Like everybody got off at our stop, even though like nobody was supposed to. And the bus driver just drove off. I was like, you're fucking crazy, bitch. And fucking just left this pile of kids here. There's a circle of us standing there. And this kid, Steven, who was in 6th grade at this point, he was 2 years older than me. And he lived like 2 houses down from my grandmother, and we were like best fucking friends at this point, right? We played Pokemon and shit together. So he came down and like was watching what was going on. He was like, what the fuck's going on? What the fuck's going on? And he heard that I had some beef with Jesse beforehand anyway over the shit that he was saying to Luis. So he figured that it was that going down. So he like sprinted down the road and he came up behind me and was like, yo, Vern, get him, and like pushed me as I was going to take a step forward anyway and gave me the might of 6 men. And I swear to God, I bulldozed that kid Jesse to the ground and just started wailing on him. Just fucking like right in his fucking face. Right in his fucking glasses, actually. I was aiming for glasses and shit. Just trying to break them shits. I never did. I didn't break his glasses, but I wanted to. I was fucking aiming for it. Eventually, Steven's mom, like, sprinted down there like, oh, no, what are you doing? And, like, pulled me off of the kid and was like, oh, and, like, drug me up to my grandmother who then, like, grounded me and shit. But it was worth it, because fuck that kid for being a racist.
It was fate. It sounds like fate pushed you into that kid and got this.
Fucking Stephen Hancock, man. Stephen Hancock pushed me into that kid. That's who did it. That kid's not named Destiny.
Okay, I guess I'm doing it now.
Yeah, he just fucking pow. I was like, okay. Wow. This is fucking nuts, man.
Wow.
Yeah. A couple weeks later, I remember like Jesse was on the bus with us and like sat down next to me. He was like, hey man. I was like, what? What do you want? What the fuck? You gotta do this shit again? Like, he was like, no, I just want to say sorry. I was like, all right, sure, whatever, get the fuck out of here. Like, I was an asshole, man.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's your first fight.
My first fight. My second one, I got jumped, so it's not as cool.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got in a lot of fights. We could do a podcast just about the fights that Vern's been in. Vern versus
a special variety hour. Vern
VS versus.
Gotta learn how to fight. Like, I have no idea what to do. Like, in all reality, like I could probably guess, but that's as much as I've got.
Aim for the throat, just bah, right there, bah.
I mean, yeah, that
bah.
seems like a lot of choice. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That and the nose. Go bah, 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 bah.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah, what you gonna do? Oh, ow. That hurt me, not him.
That's so funny.
Why Why are you hitting yourself? My friend told me.
My friend told me to do this.
It's like you're
He's
like
so
freaking
fucking
them out because you're beating yourself. Come on, try, come on.
Wasn't that a Hey Arnold episode?
I'll beat the shit out of myself.
Wasn't that a Hey Arnold episode?
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, you guys didn't watch Hey Arnold. You guys just invented the premise of an episode of a children's cartoon from the 90s. He literally gets to the end of the episode and there's like this bully that wants to beat him up and like he just like beats it. He's like punching himself and like throwing himself into trash cans and shit. And the bully's like, "You're fucking crazy, man," and just runs off.
Kind of reminds me of Liar Liar, actually.
Really?
You ever seen that movie?
Probably, but not in a long time. That's a Jim Carrey one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
I
Jim
have
Carrey.
seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, there's just this scene where he's like, maybe I shouldn't spoil it. We gotta watch the movie. We gotta watch the movie.
Yeah, because it hasn't been out since fucking '97. I've certainly seen this.
We're gonna watch it. We're gonna have a Jim Carrey marathon, guys.
A Jim Carrey-thon.
Jim Carrey.
Marathon, exactly.
Jim Carrey. Do you think Jim Carrey would show up to our Jim Carrey-thon if we told him about it?
We'll tell him about it right now. He's gonna come.
Dude,
Guaranteed.
he might. He might. If we invited him, like legit, if we found a way to get the message to Jim Carrey, he might like actually come to throw out a podcast.
Dude, that would be the
Hey guys.
How fucking cool would that be? How fucking cool would that be?
Can you imagine how many people would suddenly see it? Who the fuck are these guys? How'd they get these? What?
It's all because we wanted to host a Jim Carrey-thon and have Jim Carrey come in on it.
Yep.
Really, we should have Jim Carrey for the planning stage of the Jim Carrey-thon so he can tell us all the things we should watch.
Ooh, yeah, all the good stuff from like
Yeah.
his lesser known work.
Yeah, right? Right? He'd probably tell us to watch Man on the Moon, which that's a good movie if you've ever seen it.
I haven't seen that one.
It's a Jim Carrey movie.
I don't know, man. I remember seeing that movie, and I was wondering what the fuck was going on in the film.
It's not as much a funny movie. It's a little more serious.
It is serious,
Yeah.
but it's like, what?
It's
a
a
comedian, and
it's
like,
a biographical pick about the guy who he's playing. That's why.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get it, but at the same time, just how everything's scenarioed and just, I don't know. I didn't like it, at least when I saw it the first time.
I feel
Maybe
ya.
I'd appreciate it more now.
Yeah. When I watched it as a kid, there were titties in it, and that was what I was most excited about.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. I remember finding the titties, and I was like, "Whoa, titties!"
Was it when he was with the stripper or something?
Yeah. Yep. The scene with the strippers. Yep.
And
Two
as
of
a
them
kid,
actually.
Something like that. You're like, gold.
I was like, back then, I mean, think about it, dude. This is pre-internet too for my household, so like, this was like that was huge gold. You found legit porn at that point. That's crazy.
Dude, let me tell you guys a story.
Oh boy.
Let me tell you guys a story. This is a story about Titanic. You know the scene in Titanic with the tits?
I knew it.
With the tits. And,
I do.
you know, there's Leonardo DiCaprio, and he's all like, "I'm gonna draw you, baby," and she's fucking got them tits. My parents, we got it on VHS, and they recorded over that scene, and I was like, well, that's the only reason we even got the movie in the first place. And then at some point, like, it came out in the library, and we're like, I'm just gonna get it for that. I'm gonna get the DVD of Titanic.
Just so
and
your
watch
dad
that.
can't tape over the tits.
What's that?
Just so your dad can't tape over the tits on the DVD.
Exactly.
Yeah. I remember you telling us that story forever ago at rehearsal. And I just remember that being like one of my favorite stories, so I'm so glad you retold it on the podcast. That was good. That's a great story. I remember you telling me that, and I was like, this is so... As soon as you said, but I had Titanic, and I was like, oh my god, he's telling the story.
The story.
You guys have some funny ones like that. Like, Scott, you and the birds. That's a really funny one to me, too.
No.
I hope my random life experience, like the guy who tried to kill me with a bow and arrow, like that's a pretty good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah. We've told that on this, I think. That's already come up on the podcast.
That tops every story that any of us have told. Honestly, that is
it was
just
a fucking
crazy
scary
shit,
time.
dude.
No, man, you murdering birds for a living is a fucking... You're a bird executioner. He's like, oh, stop. Stop.
Stop it.
I don't know. I disagree.
Scott, you got a
with
higher
that.
body count than I do, and I was in the military.
Dude, a guy was hunting you with a bow and arrow or a crossbow. Like, you can't top that.
All right, I
shitty
guess
bird.
I was a bird in that moment.
It's the verb.
Take flight. Oh man, what a nightmare.
Yeah. Well, we never did get to my my story about. She really isn't much. I mean, I can't honestly recall. I remember bits and pieces when I got in a fight, and I think it was the guy's name was actually Jesse.
Look at that! It was probably the same fucking kid.
I think.
He thinks it's the same kid.
Name.
I'm just kidding.
What's that?
I said, see, he thinks it's the same kid too. I'm just kidding.
It probably is. Actually, there's this guy. Maybe I'm mixing up the two. There's this guy named Jesse Newcomber or something. I don't think I got in a fight with him. I wish I got in a fight with him because he's an asshole.
You hear that, Jesse?
But what's
I
that?
said, you hear that, Jesse?
You hear that, Jesse? Come for me.
Come for it.
Come for me, bitch.
Welcome to Thunderdome, bitch. That's a Scott. That's a credible
Dickhead.
threat. That's a credible threat. You can't say that.
Yeah,
Scott, could you confirm that this is not a credible threat?
Yeah, this was a farcical situation.
This is an extreme threat, actually.
He doubles down. Actually, it's a double threat now.
It's a double dog threat.
Oh my god!
Oh, poop.
Yeah, fuck you, Jesse Newcomber. Anyway, so
That's actually what crime against humanity is all about.
it's about Jesse Newcomber. Really? Him?
No.
Oh my god, I thought it really was! That was fuck, Scott. That was good.
Nah, it wasn't about him. It was about some douchebag and feral gas. Co-worker.
Yeah. Are you still friends with that guy?
I never was friends with him. Fuck that guy.
Oh, is he still out there like living his life, being a feral gas worker?
No, he doesn't work for feral gas. I know that much.
Oh, wow.
Probably dead on the street or some shit.
Do we get a name or no name?
Fuck, what was his name?
He's like, I don't fucking fuck him. That's what his name is.
Fuck him, exactly.
Yeah.
I think I've kind of blocked him out of my memory.
Nice. I love it.
I really.
For the purposes of this, his name is Jesse too. Yeah, fuck that guy.
Fucking Jessies, man. They're
Fucking
all
Jessies.
shitheads.
If you're a Jesse and you're the fan of the band, fuck you. But we're also a fan of you.
Go fuck yourself. How dare you try and like us?
Gets unliked by all the Jessies. We get t-shirts made that just say fuck Jessies. People misinterpret and think we're talking about the Team Rocket Jesse.
No.
That voice actor just passed away recently.
I did hear about that, yeah.
Made me sad. I watched Pokemon religiously as a kid. Were you guys allowed to watch Pokemon as a kid?
Yeah.
I like how both of you... Yeah, definitely. What the fuck, really? The church that I went to, they made it, like, weird about it. They were like...
Really?
Yeah, they were like...
Really?
Pokemon is the devil's work. You're fighting animals against each other. It's evil. It's what Satan
weird
would
church.
do. And then they were like... And then somebody was like, there's even snake Pokemon. And I was like, oh no. Is it the devil's work? And then I never went to church again. I remember coming up with the stomach ache suddenly every time they tried to take me to church. One guy ruined church for me. One single person.
Because of the Pokemon incident, huh?
Because of Pokemon. Yeah, that was the thing, man. I legitimately, from that day forward, I was like, I'm never doing
that church
this again.
just sounds like a... I don't know. That's stupid. I remember in the school that I went to was actually part of the church, and we would deal cards at school. So
That's what?
They didn't
That's so
give a
cool.
shit,
See, our school was cool, but our church was not. So I went to like public school too. So like public school didn't give a fuck. We were out there like slinging Pokemon cards and like trading them and like battling each other for antes and shit. Like fucking all kinds of crazy shit. We got in trouble at one point with Yu-Gi-Oh cards where we weren't allowed to bring them in anymore because some kid was just slinging cards and whooping everybody's ass and taking all their cards. The motherfucker was Seto Kaiba himself in the flesh. He's out there sending motherfuckers to the Shadow Realm left and right. This is crazy, dude.
Pokemon.
Gotta
catch 'em all.
Yu-Gi-Mon. Did you guys watch Digimon?
Digimon, I did actually.
Did you guys really? You both watched it? I did
What's
not.
that?
I did not watch Digimon.
I did a little bit.
I don't remember anything about Digimon, but I
Gotcha.
remember it existing, and I remember liking it when I was a kid.
I remember that all of the Digimon main people look like Charmanders with skulls that were made of metal, and I was like, Charmander! And so I thought that was kind of cool. Charmander! Hearing Scott do that makes me sad because I know he's wrecking his voice.
Now I'm just thinking of that stupid parody of Pokemon.
Use your Thunder Smash!
Ash!
You defeated now, bitch! That's my other favorite one.
Use your Thunder Smash! What?
For anybody wondering what we're talking about, yeah, Ego Raptor on YouTube. Ego Raptor. EGO-RAPTOR. There's a bunch of, like, parodies of video games, and the Pokemon ones are the ones we're quoting for reference.
Why is everything so damn glitchy right now?
Because Elon Musk is transmitting all of his data to Mars right now, so the Martians can talk to us.
Oh, okay, gotcha. That makes sense.
Yep. So
Cool.
we're gonna be out of data for a
Excellent.
little while, boys.
I got one more question for y'all.
Hit me.
Okay.
Let's knock it out. I feel like I've asked this question before, but we'll do it anyway. What's your favorite alcoholic beverage?
My favorite alcoholic beverage. Doesn't matter. Make it lemony. Make it citrusy. Make it acidic. Make it citrusy, and I'll drink it. If I can taste the alcohol,
Long
I don't want
Island?
it. What's that?
Long Island?
Maybe.
It's got lemon.
Oh, it's got Coke in it.
That was the greatest thing. I don't know.
Coke in it, right?
Long Island?
Yeah.
I thought it was like lemonade mixed with.
Oh, all of the shit, right? Like all of the different
Yeah.
alcohols.
A lot of different things.
I don't think I've
Yeah.
ever actually had that. I think I would rather
Pretty
just
good.
have like something actually lemony.
It actually has a lot. It is pretty good, actually.
Yeah?
You can't even really taste the alcohol.
I'll try one.
That's what's so dangerous about it. So it's just a bunch of different kinds of liquors. I don't remember which kinds. I think they use a little bit of Coca-Cola as like something to bind it all together.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
it just tastes really nice, just like a sweet mixed drink. And so you drink it really fast, and it's really
Yeah.
good. Yeah, there was one night that I had like 4 of them, and there was that night that I don't remember.
That sounds like fun. Sounds like I'm gonna
Yeah.
have a Long
It just
Island iced
sneaks
tea.
up on you, man.
Yeah,
Sneaks
sure
I
up
need me
on
one
you.
of them. That sounds good as fuck right now.
pretty sure I was singing CCR pretty loudly in that bar that night too.
Singing CCR.
Yeah.
Oh, ain't no
I don't even know
fortunate
what that
one.
means, but it sounds awesome.
That's Creedence Clearwater.
It ain't me.
Oh, okay.
It
gotcha.
ain't me.
Yeah.
Creedence Clearwater Revival. Okay, I know what that is. I just never heard the acronym for it.
Yeah.
Tab.
I think when people
Okay.
say the Dead, they're referring to Grateful Dead. That always got me.
Yeah.
What about you, Nathan?
I don't know. It's hard to tell. I've noticed that I'm not super picky when it comes to alcohol. I like just high quality whatever it is. Like whatever the thing is, I just prefer the high quality version of it.
He's
expensive
posh.
taste you have.
Ritzy.
So,
Yes.
Yes, indeed. It's got to have the qualities. Yes, it's got to be expensive. I have expensive.
He'll give you a
taste.
once revealed pin, but he'll do it with his pinky up. Here you go.
honestly, actually, now that I think about it, it doesn't really need to be that high quality for me to like it.
Nah, be a
Like, I
cheap
get
drunk, man. That's what I
$5
am.
wine. I get get cheap beer sometimes. There's a type of whiskey that I like to get that costs $11 for a fifth of it. So I think if I had to pick something like one kind of alcohol, maybe whiskey. I guess just because
Whiskey business.
that's Scotch, bourbon, rye whiskey, and
Mhm.
stuff. So I guess I don't know, but I'm drinking. Sometimes it's beer. I like lots of different kinds of beer. like my brothers, they get into like certain things. My one brother is a beer guy. The other one likes just whiskey, particularly bourbon. But then me, I'm like, yeah, just give me all of it. I like it. Just whatever you want.
Just mix it all into one, please.
You got alcohol in that? Perfect.
Great. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a birthday. You got a birthday cake, huh? You got some alcohol in that birthday cake? All right, perfect.
Perfect.
All right, give me
Let
some.
me get it.
Cake?
What about you, Scott? What's your favorite drink?
You know, I would say it would be the hard ciders. Those always hit the spot.
I can
for
get
me,
crunk
even
on
though
those.
they fuck me up afterwards because they're so sweet.
Yep.
Yeah, I love hard ciders.
I get super fucking drunk on those. Every single time that I've had those, I just get trashed.
I guess you could just drink them down like they're apple juice or whatever, just like regular juice or whatever.
There's some sort
Hold
of
on, guys.
emergency happening.
Yeah.
Here we have an emergency play-by-play going on in the patent residence.
Just stripping her naked.
Oh, yep, perfect. Keep it up. That's pretty funny.
Just giving you all a scene, you know.
Just gotta show her off, right?
Yep.
It's so funny.
But yeah, I remember the first time I had a hard cider. It was a woodchuck. I don't know if you guys ever had that before.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And what is this? It's like there's barely any alcohol, and it tastes like apples. I love it. I want more. And I just, from that point on, I was like, I'm gonna get woodchucks. And then I discovered Angry Orchards, and then I discovered Red's Apple Ales, and all these different delicious. Oh.
That's actually how I felt about Smirnoff, the Smirnoff Ices.
Smirnoff is good too.
When I found those, I was like, oh wow, this is Sprite, but in a alcoholic form. Excellent.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And now it's like just Trulies constantly. Just.
I noticed that like Sprite by itself, I feel like I'm 12 when I drink Sprite just like alone, but it just seems like such a juvenile drink. I don't know why, it just does. But
yeah,
Nate's gonna make fun of me when I'm drinking Sprite when we're on tour. Like, God, just fucking who's the child in the car?
Why are you drinking that shit? Put some alcohol in it.
Yeah, so like I've had it mixed. I guess I don't know like what exactly is the best thing to mix into Sprite. I just bought a bunch of it and I was like, yeah, I'll mix some kind of alcohol in it, and I still have a bunch of Sprite in the fridge.
You gotta do those lemony ones, man. I'm telling you, it's gotta be light stuff.
Maybe tequila.
Tequilas, vodkas.
Yeah.
Make lemon drops with tequila.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
There's an inside joke I have for Sprite. It's kind of funny.
What's the inside joke on Sprite?
Well, the quote goes like this: "It's a Sprite, relax." And where that quote came from is, well, I was having a sleepover at one of my friends' house, and it was the morning after we were playing Halo 2 and staying up until like freaking 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And we get up in the morning. I'm like, he has this fridge in the basement, and like it's full of all these different sodas. And I'm like, I'm thirsty. I'm gonna drink something. So I grabbed the soda, and my friend was like, Scott, why are you drinking a Coke at 10 o'clock in the morning? I'm like, it's a Sprite. Relax.
That'd be a good commercial, Scott.
Yeah, right.
It's a Sprite. Relax.
Exactly.
That's really good.
Like I could definitely make some money off of advertising them Sprites.
I think so. And now you have it on video that you made that first. So if they do it,
That's true.
here we are.
That's
Podcast
true.
got your back.
It's a Sprite. Relax.
It's a Sprite. Relax.
Yeah,
Thank
you walk around with a can in a brown paper bag. You're stumbling around. So, what the hell are you drinking? It's a Sprite. Relax.
See? These are good.
It's great.
These are good. You got a guy
Great.
at anger management. He's like breaking stuff and smashing the stress ball. And then the therapist just hangs out with it. It's a Sprite. Relax.
It's That's great.
We have a whole commercial. We should make these and send it to Sprite.
What'd you say?
We should make these and just send it to Sprite.
I can't hear anything.
I can't hear anything either.
What?
Doing shit.
What'd you say again there, Vern?
Can you hear me now?
Say one more time. Yeah.
Okay, I was saying we should make these and just send them to Sprite.
Oh yeah.
Then send them to Sprite.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We still need to make our elevator advertisement.
Yeah, we do. We got to go out and do that. It's too funny. Doop 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 doop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks
Gentlemen.
like we're at the top of the hour.
We are.
We are.
We are. Well, ladies and gentlemen,
Very
if you
good.
guys don't have
Very good,
anything,
gentlemen.
you got anything to add?
I do not.
Scott thought Scott was going to be like, here's a tiny cactus, and just put a tiny cactus on his thing. He always seems to have something strange to pull out, like, here's a toad salt shaker or something. Nate, you got
It's a
anything?
frog, not a toad.
Sorry.
How dare you?
Sorry. Nate, you got anything?
I got nothing, man.
Cool, cool. All right, well, we've been Once Revealed. You've been great. Thank you all for being so well dressed. And join us next week when we figure out what exactly makes Ellie such a good girl. Such a good girl. Later. She's such a good girl.